7-0.
Yeah, I knew it was something. I knew it was something like that. Do you know, guys? I'm going to tell you something. This is the truth. I thought he played a good game Sunday against Concord Carlisle. It was I can't even keep track of him. Yes, it was. And I looked at him Monday and I complimented him, and I just said, man, I said, let's go! You look strong. Okay. You look strong. He says, Coach, I can touch my toes. Now this is a high school basketball player with, after that back surgery, he couldn't touch his toes. So how do you play basketball when you're, thanks Richie, thank you Boots. How do you play basketball? And so he kind of gutted it out at the end of last year, and even I think part of this year. But I'm just thrilled for him. He's a 4-year guy. You know, for a freshman team, he was on the varsity and played on the varsity. So, you know, number one, individually, you know, I'm really happy for him, and I'm certainly happy for this crew. You know, to get to the Songus, it's not as easy as people think. You know, it's just not. Yeah. Okay, you're the best. Got to keep that haircut going. So. So I don't know, I'll let you ask me questions, because frankly, we respect Wakefield an awful lot, and there's nobody on our team, and certainly not the coach, that thought that was going to be the final score. There's not even a question. We came into the game thinking we had to play very, very well to beat them, and certainly the halftime. By the halftime, it showed it was like that. But second half was, well, I don't know what the shooting percentage was or whatever. We handled the press pretty well. And,
Scouting Brooks Brown, what did you think you were going to have to take advantage of?
Well, we think that Malik James is probably the top guard around, and I know it, arguably I don't see everything. Some of you guys see more than I do, but you know, maybe James, but Brown is not too far behind. So every time my guys were like credulous that the ref was calling a foul, I just looked and I said, we talked about it. You know what? He draws contact with the best of them, and but we just tried to use that spacing theory. We space and jam. And it was okay. It was okay. Our kids, you know, just, I don't know. Coaches can say what they want, but kids have to do it. And our kids did it for 32 minutes. So I'm just really proud of all of them.
You guys, obviously, it's a much different Brighton team from when you scrimmaged them in December.
Yeah. Well, I have a question, or I have a good Trivial Pursuit question for you, because you're like the man on the Twitter. So
okay.
All right. Who filmed the Brighton, not the Andover scrimmage?
Malik.
All right, he filmed it. All right, yeah, Coach was Coach Huey, who goes a long way back with McVeigh. He was on my team a number of years ago when he was a high school kid from Charlestown. He was my first draft pick, so I've known him for a long while, and he, he was disciplining him that day, and obviously it worked pretty well, I think, if you watch Malik play the game now. So I said it to him last week at BLA. I said, do you know there's a rule that if you film a preseason scrimmage, you have to do the same thing if we happen to meet? And a big smile from him. He didn't buy it for a minute. So go ahead, guys, whenever.